Hello, friends. It's Tuesday, March 29th, and I just listened to every Radiohead album, and I listened to every REM album. Because I feel like REM's the seminal indie rock band of the 80s, Radiohead's the seminal indie rock band of the 90s, and I honestly couldn't figure out who had more tens. And that's what my job is, tell you the tens. So, going through all the records, Paul Honey, not a 10. Sounds like just a generic grunge rock band from the 90s, like that alt rock 90s shit. Year of our Lord. Don't forget. Don't forget it. But yeah, nothing on this is very inspiring to me other than Creep, which is a great ballad, just about self-loathing, depression, not fitting in anywhere. Creep is the only thing that gives you a preview of the potential of this band. Songs like Anyone Can Play Guitar, How Do You, Vegetable, Prove Yourself, Blowout. Like, I don't like these songs. Just, Pixies ripoff. They sound like U2. The Bends, the first Nigel Godrich produced one, is certainly a 10. Starts with Planet Telex, not one of my favorite songs, but shows the different experimental directions they're going to go into. It's a very weird song. Not my favorite song. Similar to Airbag opening OK Computer. Not my favorite song, but I appreciate the ambition of it and the unusualness of it. The song The Bends, however, is a great song. High and Dry, one of their great ballads. As is Fake Plastic Trees. Bones is great. Nice Dream. Amazing pop. I love this guitar line. I love the groove that they get into. It's just like a great rock and roll song. Doesn't have that like indie, emo-y, Tom Yorkie. It's more of like a straight up rock. My Iron Lung, adore this song. The way it builds, the lyrics are great. Toilet Trained and Dumb, when the power runs out, we'll just hum. Yeah, and then there's a little bit of a lull with Bulletproof, Black Star, Sulk, but it has the best closer of any Radiohead album, which is Street Spirit Fade Out, which is one of my all-time favorite songs. The Bends is a 10. The name The Bends is like a reference to the sophomore slump, but it's kind of funny because it's the exact opposite. It's their first good record, and their first record is a slump, kind of. OK Computer is next. Is OK Computer a 10? Yes. It's a 10. Airbag opens it. I already said I don't like the song very much, but I appreciate the electronics, the weirdness of it. But I think it's executed better in songs like Subterranean, Homesick Alien, Let Down, Karma Police. Anyway, Paranoid Android's the next song. This is the first Radiohead song. Probably heard Creep on the radio. But I saw this music video, which is an insane cartoon music video. And that guitar riff, that ambition makes you look pretty ugly. Gucci squealing, screaming, Gucci squealing, little piggy. When I'm king, you will be first against the wall. In your opinion, which is of no consequence at all. Yeah, it's a great song. It's 3 songs, but all of them are great. I love the vocal build up and breakdown and then going back to the it's so good. It's an amazing song. You can listen to Brad Mehldau play an acoustic piano, just play a grand piano, play this song, and you hear how gorgeous the melodies are. Exit music for a film. One of my favorite songs on the record. I think it was written for the crazy Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet with Leo and what's her name? Forget the actress. I forget the Juliet. Anyway, after that, it just builds. Exit music for a film, it's just so slow and plodding and patient, and then all of a sudden it's like this creepy electronic stuff comes in and he starts singing louder. These really dark, cathartic, released lyrics until he's screaming. He's like literally screaming. It's amazing. It's an amazing build. And then Let Down, perfect song after. Karma Police is after Let Down. This is obviously a 10. Let Down, weird time signature. Some of my favorite lyrics, some of the most straightforward, emotional York stuff. And the melody is beautiful. The guitar melody, it sounds simpler than it is. If you actually try to play it on any instrument, there's all this really cool layering going on in this song. Karma Police, great song. It's one of their hit songs, signature songs. It's not actually one of my favorites on the record. Uh, Electioneering is cool. Fitter Happier is just filler. It's just a robot voice saying some nonsense. Electioneering is kind of more rockin'. It's like that. I'm trying to think of what band it sounds like. Anyway, it's like that. Climbing Up the Walls, one of my favorite songs on the record. This song is so creepy, and the lyrics are just like a whisper, and it's just like this plodding, just dark. Oh, I love this song. This is such a good song. Climbing Up the Walls, just dark, crazy lyrics, beautiful melody, just patiently, just driving you insane in the most beautiful way. Then after that is No Surprises, which this is why this is a 10. Because No Surprises, other than the carbon monoxide poisoning, suicide, could be, a Tony Bennett song. It's got that melody. It's got a great, just sing-along melody. I think this ends kind of with a whimper, not a bang, this record. Lucky Tourist aren't my favorite songs on the record. Usually Radiohead puts the best songs on the end of the record, in my experience. Like Street Spirit, Fade Out is the best song on the Bends, in my opinion. Although Kid A doesn't end with the best. Kid A ends with like crazy, weird orchestral harp magic, but it's not anything compared to, say, the song Everything in Its Right Place, or Kid A. Yesterday I woke up sucking on a lemon. Yeah, that song is insane. There are two colors in my head. There are two colors in my head. What was that you tried to say? It's just nonsense, but so densely like pastiche, like melded together that it creates this like weird electronic apocalyptic symphony, which the national anthem is a perfect instance of. This is just like a brass band falling apart. I would be down with replacing the Star Spangled Banner with national anthem. I actually want it to be Slob on My Knob by 3-6 Mafia. But if it's not that, national anthem is better than, oh, say, can you see? The song Kid A, perfect song. Might be the best song on the record. Because it has those weird chimes. I don't understand how they play it, but the way he vocalizes and then sings through the thing, it's like a robot trying to communicate with you, but also like there's this human, just beautiful melody underneath. How to Disappear Completely, I adore this song. I'm not here, this isn't happening. And then it gets into the like strobe lights and holy visions, all this like crazy stuff that's coming here, and then disassociating again. I'm not here, this isn't happening. Just deny everything. Just don't, you don't exist. Beautiful song. Tree Fingers, decent little guitar interlude that leads into Optimistic, which is one of the best Radiohead songs. Try the best you can try the best you can. The best you can is good enough. This one just came out of the swamp. In Limbo, again, kind of a transitional song to me. Goes into Idiotech. This song broke my brain and changed the way I hear music permanently. I was not a big fan of electronic music when I heard this record. I was pretty young still. I was 12. And this song, when it gets to the building, like the layering of all the different electronic things, and then it's the, here we are, everything all the time. And then the like, Ice Age coming, let me in both sides, let me in both sides, let me in both. Women and children first. So good. Morning Bell, equally good. I love this song. Release Me. Release Me. Motion picture soundtrack It's just like angelic, weird harp chords and singing, and it's just after the crazy ride you've been through with Kid A, you feel like you need that. Amnesiac, is it out of 10? Spoiler, it's a 10. Packed like sardines in a crushed tin box, just again, getting into the crazy Kid A electronic experiments, so dense with all sorts of ideas and noises. Pyramid Song, love the piano on this, love the weird time changes, love the lyrics. Pull revolving doors, this is like a litmus test to get rid of the fucking fake ones. It's like if you're not down with pull revolving doors, stop listening right now. You and Whose Army, it's okay. It's not as good as the Kid A material. I might be wrong, however, I think is as good as the songs on Kid A. Just that, what would I do without you? Just that bass, and then the building that the electronics come in with the do 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 do. Anyway, Nigel Godrich, pretty good at producing songs. Morning Bell, Amnesiac. I love the original Morning Bell. It's one of my favorite songs on that record. This to me is just unneeded. It's just like a plodding, weirdly churchy, like reinterpretation of Morning Bell as just sort of dark, more monotonous thing. Whereas on the record, it's that cathartic build. It's that round and round and round and round, and it gets blissful. This doesn't get blissful. It's just dark. Dollars and Cents remains dark. I think Dollars and Cents is interesting. Sonically, I think Like Spinning Plates accomplishes best the insanity of this record. And Dollars and Cents is like, okay. Hunting Bears is just a weird instrumental interlude. It's pretty good. Life in a Glass House is like a less successful brass band falling apart than National Anthem. So it's not a perfect record. Kid A is a 10. OK Computer's a 10. The Benz is a 10. Is Amnesiac a 10? 10 is no skips. Sorry, Amnesiac's not a 10. Hail to the Thief, I think, is a 10. This is the wildest Radiohead record, I think. I already reviewed it. Go watch that if you care about my opinions about stuff. In Rainbows, 10, for sure 10. Not a bad song in this record. 15 step, you're grooving right away. Body Snatchers sounds like old Ben's, just rock band Radiohead that you love. And it just rules, it just rocks. It's just like, the lyrics are great. I do not understand what it is. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm stuck in this body and can't get out. Nude is one of the best, just ballad, just a really delicate, lovely song. I adore this song. I won't attempt to sing it. Weird Fishes Arpeggi, amazing. Weird Fishes that build, and then the arpeggi section, I guess, is that hit the bottom and escape, escape, escape. Which after the kind of adventure of Weird Fishes feels earned. All I Need is great. I think this song's in 5. And the lyrics are amazing. It's just dark and beautiful. It's like, I'm an animal trapped in your hot car. I'm all the things that you choose to ignore. Anyway, Faust Arp is like an instrumental interlude into Reckoner. Reckoner is an amazing song. The vocal melody Tom sings on this, gorgeous. House of Cards, one of their best straightforward love songs. Jigsaw Falling Into Place, like Body Snatchers, one of their most rockin' songs. And then Videotape is one of their most haunting, beautiful statements. Deceptively simple sounding, but the more you listen to it, the better it gets. I think that's the end of 10s, because King of Limbs is certainly not a 10. The best song on King of Limbs is Separator, and then the only other good song on King of Limbs is Lotus Flower. These songs are better live. You should watch the In the Basement performance of King of Limbs. It's superior to the studio recording. I saw them on this tour. These songs sound better live. But it also just sounds like they're ripping off Burial. Moon-Shaped Pool, boring to me. I don't get the hype on this record. It's not that good. I'm much more excited about The Smile I think that record has potential to possibly be a 10. I think Radiohead may have future 10s, but as it is, they have 5 10s, which are In Rainbows, Hail to the Thief, Kid A, OK Computer, Benz. Alright? Now R.E.M. R.E.M. probably has more than 5 10s, but they're done being a band. So anyway, R.E.M. probably the single biggest influence on Radiohead sonically. So Central Rain, I'm sorry. That's every Radiohead song. Murmur and Reckoning. Okay, Radio Free Europe, one of my favorite songs ever. Every song on Murmur and every song on Reckoning. Like, talk about the passion, Perfect Circle. Like, the entire thing. The entire start to finish. There's no band ever that sounds like the first 2 R.E.M. records. Including R.E.M. R.E.M. does not sound like Reckoning Murmur ever again. They go into Fables of the Reconstruction, which is more of like a dark, deconstructed thing where it's more of like Stipe talking. The songs aren't as good. The jams aren't as good. It's not as musically compelling. Fables of the Reconstruction, not a 10. So far you got 2 10s, R.E.M. Murmur, Reckoning. Life's Rich Pageant, you got another 10, baby. Begin the Begin. I am Superman. So good. This record rules. Life's Rich Pageant, good. It's a 10. Actually, there's skips. I gave Amnesiac not a 10. Life Rich Pageant, not a 10. I gotta be fair. Document, 10. For sure 10. Finest Work Song, The One I Love, maybe the best song they ever wrote. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. A simple prop to occupy my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Amazing. It's the End of the World as We Know It is on this record. I actually prefer, there's a demo version that I think is on a version of Life's Rich Pageant where they do Bad Day, which is using the End of the World as We Know It formula. I just enjoy the melody of that song more. Perhaps because it wasn't overplayed, and so I got sick of it. Like End of the World as We Know It. Green, 10. This is a controversial opinion for R.E.M. fans. Because this, you would think, is a more inconsistent record than Life's Rich Pageant, which I didn't give a 10. You're wrong. Stand, amazing. The guitar solo at the end of Stand, that's why R.E.M., baby. Orange Crush, Pop Song 89, You Are the Everything. You Are the Everything is one of the most beautiful songs they've ever created. Out of Time is not a 10, because the first song on it is embarrassing. KRS-One rapping and them trying to do this crossover stuff, it sucks. There's high highs and low lows on this. The high highs are Country Feedback, Losing My Religion, their biggest song. So they probably sold more copies of this shitty record than their better records like Murmur and Reckoning, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it's not a consistently great record. It's kind of dated and embarrassing. Shiny, happy people holding hands. No, thank you. Automatic for the People, for sure, a 10. Drive, amazing opener. If you have a new stereo system or good headphones, listen to this record, because Automatic for the People is the best sounding, like cleanest sounding rock and roll album I've ever heard. I've listened to a lot of albums. There's something about the way that this is recorded and produced that it sounds like you're just in the room with them. It's like, anyway, Drive, Sidewinder Sleeps Tonight, Everybody Hurts. Okay, you think Everybody Hurts is corny? You haven't been hurt before, bro. I've been hurt. Everybody hurts sometimes. It's a great song. Night Swimming. Night Swimming is on this. This is just a piano. Michael Stipe pouring his heart out about childhood memories. Monster, weirdly, was the first R.E.M. record I listened to because my brother owned it. And I love What's the Frequency, Kenneth. And I used to like Crush the Eyeliner. Tongue! Tongue is a great song. Tongue is one of the best R.E.M. songs. It's kind of hidden in this album. sounds nothing like normal REM. I wish they did more of Tongue, then this would be a 10. But they don't. They do whatever. What's the Frequency Kenneth is one of their best songs, as is Tongue. Bang and Blame, Crush with Eyeliner, Not My Thing. It kind of sounds like they're falling into the grunge thing with diminishing returns. Anyway, New Adventures in Hi-Fi. We're back to tens. New Test Leper, Ebo the Letter, Bittersweet Me. These are great songs. Electrolyte? Electrolyte is one of the best REM songs, period. This entire record is great. Should be higher rated. I think that's the end of the tens. Because next is Up. Up is not good. Up is them trying to do like almost Radiohead. Like them trying to do like electronic, detached pop. It's like, dude, you guys did Radio Free Europe and fucking Superman. Like, rock out for me. Don't just do Michael Stipe over some synth. Reveal. They're trying to kind of return to form, but they end up just sounding like, again, like the alt-rock, kind of corny U2 type stuff. Around the Sun, not great. Accelerate and Collapse into Now, their two last records, are closer to tens. These feel like a return to form. They almost feel like they're reigniting that early passion from those recordings of the first two records, which I think are their best records, which are Murmur, Reckoning. Just because Murmur, Reckoning, there's no band that plays like that. Like, it's just, if you like these albums, these are the only ones of these albums. Again, I don't believe in like genres, but the bands that I love kind of create their own genre. And Murmur, Reckoning, there's not just like a bunch of weird dudes in Georgia that sound like this. In 83, 84, yeah. This is, anyway. Okay, so how many tens do they have? Radiohead had 5 tens, Murmur, Reckoning, not Life's Rich Pageant. Sorry, Life's Rich Pageant. You're a great record. You need to be listened to. But I have to be strict. Document, 10. Green, 10. Out of Time, no. Automatic for the People, yes. New Adventure in Hi-Fi, yes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 tens. So they have one more 10 than Radiohead. And I'm a basic bitch. I love indie rock. R.E.M., great songwriters. Both of these bands have great drummers. Love Phil. Love Bill. Love Johnny Greenwood. Love Peter. Love Mike Mills singing the Superman song especially. I just want to sing the Superman song. I am Superman. And I know what's happening, and I can do anything. You don't really love that guy you make it with. Oh, so good. It's a cover of like a weird garage rock band song. It's not an original, but it's one of my favorite R.E.M. performances. I wouldn't say R.E.M. is a better band than Radiohead. They have a better band name. They started recording records 10 years earlier than Radiohead. They directly influenced Radiohead. But do I listen to more R.E.M. than I do Radiohead? Honestly, no. The highs of Radiohead that they hit with OK Computer, Kid A, and, in my opinion, Hail to the Thief in Rainbows as well. Radiohead's just better. I'm very excited about the Smile record that's coming up. It sounds great to me. I'll be very eager to hear that when it comes out because all the songs that are released sound to me like good old Radiohead. Whereas Tom sounds more inspired in his solo material recently. I thought Eraser's good. Eraser's probably a 10. And then there's like today's modern boxes, and then there's like Enamora or something. That one was good too. That Paul Thomas Anderson directed music video. It's quite good. What should I link in the description? I certainly have to link Tom York guesting with R.E.M. at the Free Tibet benefit. And then for Radiohead, I should do Rock Blast, R.E.M, and then for Radiohead, they let you link everything. So I can just put some Radiohead shows. You can figure out all the rest of them. Hare Krishna 25.